Welcome back to another explainer. Today, we are unpacking something absolutely fascinating: the visionary hand, AI in modern diagnostics. The intersection of technology and human health is just moving at breakneck speed right now. So, we're going to look exactly at how artificial intelligence is literally stepping right into the modern doctor's office. It's a real game changer, so let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. I want to throw an ultimate, high stakes medical hypothetical your way. What if AI could detect cancer before symptoms even appear? Just think about the gravity of that for a second. In traditional diagnostics, we usually have to wait for a patient to actually feel sick, right? They have to physically show a symptom before we can even start looking for a cause. But artificial intelligence? It fundamentally shifts medicine from being purely reactive to being deeply proactive. It's basically looking at a medical scan and finding the invisible, targeting the disease way before it even has a chance to announce itself to the patient. That is the massive, visionary promise we're examining today. And this brilliantly illustrates how this proactive detection is actually possible. It all comes down to two massive superpowers. First up, AI speed. These systems can analyze thousands of medical images in seconds. I mean, that is a workload that would take a human doctor weeks, or maybe even months, of nonstop, sleep-deprived coffee drinking to manually review. But, speed alone just isn't enough when we're talking about human health, is it? That's where AI precision steps in. The AI finds these tiny, microscopic patterns that are incredibly difficult, or maybe even entirely impossible for the human eye to catch. It's taking those thousands of images and scanning them with a level of granular precision that grounds that whole lofty promise of early detection in absolute technological reality.
So, the crucial point is this. Whenever we talk about AI entering highly specialized fields like this, there's always this unspoken fear, right? Are we losing the human touch? Are cold, unfeeling robot doctors going to take over the clinic? Thankfully, no way. The reality is that AI doesn't replace doctors. It helps them make faster and more accurate decisions. The technology really just acts like a powerful amplifier for a doctor's own expertise. It empowers medical professionals to do their jobs better, process data way faster, and proceed with a much higher degree of certainty, all of that while still maintaining that absolutely essential human empathy.
Let's move to and see how this builds into a practical, real-world scenario. Picture this in a real clinic. First, the AI system takes on the initial heavy lifting. It analyzes the scans, high-speed sorting through all that data to detect any hidden anomalies. Then, and this is absolutely crucial, the human doctor steps in. They review the AI's flagged results and apply their deep medical experience, the context of the patient, and their ultimate judgment to confirm exactly what they're looking at. It's the perfect team-up. The machine does what it does best, which is processing massive amounts of visual data instantly, and the human does what the human does best, caring for the patient and making the final call. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the specific phrasing used to describe our path forward here. The future of medicine is AI working with doctors. Not working for them, definitely not working instead of them, but working collaboratively with them. The visionary hands of modern diagnostics, it isn't some autonomous robotic arm just operating in total isolation. Actually, scratch that. It's more like a highly sophisticated digital tool resting firmly in the hand of a highly trained human physician. It synthesizes the early detection, that blinding speed, and the pinpoint precision into one powerful, unified partnership. Which brings us to the final turn of our explainer. We've seen the data, we've completely broken down the methodology, and we've explored this collaborative future. But ultimately, all of this crazy technological advancement, it comes down to the individual patient sitting in the exam room. It turns the lens directly onto you. Knowing that this technology can process thousands of images in mere seconds, knowing that it can spot tiny patterns the human eye might completely miss, and knowing for sure that a human doctor is always going to be there to make the final call, would you trust AI with your health? It's a deeply personal and absolutely fascinating frontier to ponder as we watch medicine evolve right before our eyes. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep asking those big questions, and I'll see you next time.